All right, that's it. Dishonor. Dishonor on your whole family. Make a note of this. Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your cow.
One of these times, I'm just going to open the episode with you actually singing the opening theme song, and that's just going to be it. It wouldn't be the first time, and it definitely will not be the last time, if you catch my grift.
Oh, are you saying you did it right now?
What? I don't know what you're talking about. Well, you know what? Hello, Internet dwellers, and and welcome back to Top Shelf Disney Animation Studios Library, the podcast where that man and this guy sit and watch Disney movies and talk about them. I am Jeff, one of your
TC
two hosts,
DeWitt,
and that's TC. Just
Jeff
jumping, yep. Okay. Woo! Are you trying to make this episode opening be weird so we redo it? Is that your plan?
Maybe. I'll tell you when I'll tell you when you post the episode.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Hello, TC.
Hello, Jeff. We're back. We had a little week off there for whatever. But you know what's funny? If anyone listens to these archived, we didn't take a week off, and we're talking about taking a week off. And people are like, "What are you talking about?" I just went straight to the next episode.
But you know what? I do that with podcasts all the time. I'll go back and I'll listen to back catalog of episodes to get myself caught up, and they'll talk about how, like, well, man, it's been like 9 months since our last episode, and boy,
it's
I
been
don't
9
know what
minutes.
happened.
It's been 9 minutes. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? I mean, I know I stopped it when I went and got food, but I came back and you were still talking. I mean, come on, it hasn't been 9 months. So if they can do it, TC, it is the accepted norm that we can as well.
Well, here we are. Back again to talk about Disney Animation Studios Library. We've started with Snow White. We're working our way to Moana. It's a very specific list. We won't be watching Song of the South. Stop tweeting at me. Stop asking.
After all this time, we're still being asked.
At this point,
look through the list of movies, people.
I think people are trolling me at this point, if I'm being honest.
I think they might be as well. They totally would not be the actual troll.
What are we watching? What did we watch, Jeff? What are we doing?
Well, this week we watched the 1998 number 36 film on our list, Mulan. I was going to sing the entire Make a Man Out of You, but I thought we would then get flagged
so
if this went up on YouTube.
You know what, Jeff? We would have gotten flagged because you would have sang it so well.
Little known fact, I actually am Donny Osmond.
It's a don't.
With the current looks of
Jeff Bell.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Chris Hemsworth.
I was going to say Chris Hemsworth, but it's okay. Jeff Bell's my name that I sign. It's fine. Don't worry. It's here. So, Mulan. So, here's a movie that I haven't seen, except for the song, I'll Make a Man Out of You.
Yeah.
Which I know by heart, by the way.
Jumping right into it, I'll Make a Man Out of You is one of the best Disney songs. It's got to be in the top.
Oh, absolutely.
Top few, right? So you've never seen it. You knew the song, but you've never actually seen the movie. I have seen the movie. I've seen it multiple times. In fact, my living room in the place I lived at after I moved out of the dorms from college was red and black theme. Decor was red and black, and I had a framed Mulan poster hanging above my TV.
Boy, TC, when you go all out in your decorating, you go all out. You theme it to a movie poster.
It's true. I hung the poster first, and I was like, we can have nothing but red and black in here. Actually, looking around my room now, it's a lot of red and black. Maybe I should rehang that Mulan poster.
You might as well, because then people will think that you did it on purpose.
I don't even remember how I got that poster, because I was still in high school in '98.
I'll say 98. Yeah, that's that would be pre theater days. I'm assuming.
It
right?
was. Yeah. But yeah, so I have seen this movie. Obviously, that I qualify as a fan by the simple fact that I used to hang a poster up of it,
and apparently decorate your entire room off of it,
and dress as a geisha. No, that's
You're RTC. Are you currently dressed as a geisha?
I am. These shoes are so uncomfortable.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I am currently dressed as Mushu.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So, Jeff, since this was your first experience watching it, remind the folks what this movie's about.
So, what? That's mean. You totally didn't tell me you were going to do that. Well, basically, long premise, short. Actually, not even that long of a premise. The Hun.
Mm-hmm. Let's get
right,
down to business to defeat the Huns.
Let's get down to business. Defeat the Huns. They're on their way. They're starting to attack. So what they do is they call up an army where all the men of the families, or like at least one man from every family, are called into army or called into service. Mulan, wanting to prove herself. Mulan is a female who, admittedly, are kind of based upon just kind of her clumsiness and how she acts in the beginning, doesn't feel like she'll ever make a good wife. She wants to do more with her life. Very classic Disney princess. Kind of like I can do, or like more recent Disney or Disney female princess characters were like, I can do more with my life. I don't have to be just this. I don't want to be just a wife. I'm stronger than you think I am. Blah blah blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Sorry, that blah 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 not intended. That was just me trying to wrap up all the thoughts that I had in my head. But the concept of the woman Mulan wants to go off and fight the war instead, so she actually disguises herself as a man and takes because her father's going to get called in, takes her father's place and goes off to fight in the war. And it's not realized until 2/3 of the way through the film by the people surrounding her that she is in fact a woman.
A woman?
What?
This is based on the true story, the Ballad of Fa Mulan, the Chinese folk hero. She was a real human being. This is a real story. The only difference between, obviously, there wasn't a little dragon involved, but in terms of plot structure, the only difference between what happens in the Disney animated movie and what happened in reality is she wasn't discovered to be a female until the war was over, and she had already received all her medals and had been honored by her fellow troops and led military campaigns. And she went home to her farm, and when her friends came looking for her, that's when they came to the farm and were like, "Hey, Po, you're a woman. Were you always a woman? I don't remember you being a woman. I don't remember you always being a woman."
That would blow my mind a little bit. I feel like, but at the same time, I'd be like, well, dang, you did a fantastic job of convincing me that you were a man, because I could not see it. I had spent all this time with you. I did not see it. Good on you, Mulan. Good on you.
This isn't like a rare case. There are stories in every major war in the world throughout world history where a portion of a noticeable fraction of the male soldiers that went into battle were actually women in disguise. The Civil War, World War II, World War I, that every major war across history is filled with women who wanted to fight. And Mulan's a great example of the empowerment of a woman making that decision for whatever reason she may have made it. But yeah. So what did you think of the movie? Let's do this.
So let's do it. Let's just get into the thick of it.
I'm curious to see how you feel about this. I have no preconceived notions on this because I watched it last week before we were going to record, and I watched it again yesterday just to refresh my mind. And I have I don't know how you're going to land on this, and I'm sticking to my guns on how I feel about this. You will not sway me, Jeff.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure, TZ?
In fact, everything I'm saying, I wrote. I am completely scripted today, so stick to the script.
Everything. You didn't send me the script, though.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Okay. I'm just going to go off script then. And hopefully me going off script is going you're on script. Okay, good. So I'm still on script. Good. Yep.
Wow, you're doing great, Jeff.
Okay. I may not memorize lines real well, but I can read scripts. So, anyways, this movie, I went into it with an open mind. coming, just kind of coming off of Hercules, where I did go into it with an open mind, but I lost interest in it halfway through. Mulan, on the other hand, like I was like, no, okay, nope, I want to watch this. I want to give it all my attention, and I did. Not that I didn't for Hercules, but I did. Well, I did give it all my attention, and it kept me very intrigued. It bounced around a little bit at first because I thought I kind of had it figured out for the type of movie it was.
Right.
In the first like 15 minutes, because it did come off a little more Pocahontas serious, if that makes sense.
Yes.
But then once the ghost grandfather showed up, I went, oh, this movie's not that at all. Okay, because like it's different than the living tree from Pocahontas, where I was just like, that's confusing. I don't get it. But once I realized that, oh no, the ghost is in it, and then I remembered Eddie Murphy was in it, and I went, oh, okay, this is a goofier type Disney film, isn't it, in spots, and I once I realized like that's the type of movie I'm in, I'm like, okay. And I was on board with it for, pretty much the entire film. I rather enjoyed this movie.
There you go. Okay, cool. Let's go to Eddie Murphy first, because that's in sitting down to rewatch this. It's been quite a few years since I watched this. And sitting down to rewatch it, I was a little nervous because I've been in defense of Mushu for quite some time. You know how I feel about Donkey from Shrek. So
yep. Yeah.
I'm not a fan, to put it lightly. And so I was worried going back to this, would my dislike of the Shrek movies and Donkey affect how I feel about Mushu? And maybe for a split second I was like, okay, here we go. But Eddie Murphy is on point in this. The Mushu the dragon is written so right, and he does not ever cross the line into that. Okay, dial it back there, Mr. Murphy. Like this is the first voice acting role he ever had. This is what led him to even doing Donkey in the future. But he's not being self-indulgent in any of the things that he's doing. There's certainly some riffing happening here, but this is good Eddie Murphy, and Mushu as a character is a great character. There was even confusion from the higher ups of Disney. We obviously don't have Katzenberg anymore, but producers saying, we can't have a giant dragon be the sidekick to Mulan. How are we going to pull that off? And it took someone who understands how Chinese fantasy and folklores work. Dragons in Chinese culture can be any size. They can be tiny. Dragons in Chinese folklore can be the size of your palm. It's the European dragons that are giants, and people often mistake those two. Like, European dragons are usually monsters that need to be defeated. Chinese folklore dragons are very often heroes and mentors, and exactly what Mushu does in this movie.
Which then begs the question, is Donkey Mushu in another life, and the reason why the dragon falls in love with Donkey is because she sensed that he was a dragon.
You may be onto something here, and I think
we are making an interconnected animated film universe.
What I think you might be onto is I don't want to talk about Shrek. I'm kidding. That is funny that Donkey ends up with a dragon in Shrek.
We're gonna call it the plastic universe instead of the dark universe. No, yeah. I'm fully on board with what you're saying, and it definitely, Eddie Murphy in this film came off. This is the Eddie Murphy that I remember growing up. This is the Beverly Hills Cop Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, this is good Eddie Murphy. People.
This is good. This is Trading Places Eddie Murphy. This is Coming to America. It's that Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Whereas Donkey is the Haunted Mansion Eddie Murphy, and Pluto Nash Eddie Murphy.
The paycheck
Eddie Murphy. That was just there to get a paycheck and to go about his life. Like, that is that type of humor. I did get a little bit, and I guess this is more obvious because we're still in that time era, or this era of movies, that when Eddie Murphy first shows up, I got a little bit of like, it almost felt like a little bit of Robin Williams was mixed in there of just the tone and the energy. But then it very much so became like, no, this is just Eddie Murphy. This is just the type of it's this type of character. It's that over the top, silly, goofy, sarcastic, personality change on a dime type of character.
Well, I don't know necessarily personality switch on a dime, but you are right. He does fall into the same capacity that Robin set the standard for. If you look at, obviously we've mentioned John Candy before, Jason Alexander's my new whipping boy, my whipping goyle. I'm going to call him my whipping goyle.
Whipping goyle.
But this may be a stretch. This may be me looking too much into the performance vocally. But for a good portion of the latter half of his career, Eddie Murphy's wanted to be taken serious as an actor. In fact, he's done with comedies. After Tower Heist, I think he was like, I'm done doing comedies. He wants to be Dreamgirls. He wants to be taken seriously. He wants to be a legitimate actor. And I feel like just because of the restraint in what Mushu's performance is, I feel like he was genuinely giving it his all to bring something to Mushu as a character. Mushu's great on the page, but he's brought to life so well by Eddie Murphy. So,
oh yeah, and every single time he was on camera, he was not a character that ever like wore on me. It wasn't one of those points where when he'd show up again, I'd be like, okay, all right, more of this. Much unfortunately. Like Donkey does in the Shrek films. It never got like that. I was legitimately like, I was on edge to be like, what are you going to say now, you weird little dragon?
And he's teamed up amazingly. I love, because he's though he drives the plot, he's the mentor character for looking at story structure. But I love that he's teamed up with the Lucky Cricket.
Yeah.
You're not lucky.
You ain't lucky.
You lied to me.
Oh man, some of the lines, just seriously, some of the lines that he has in this movie. I opened this week's episode with the what is it, like the curse on you, the curse on your cow, like that, just the stupid, just. There was too many good quotes to pull from too.
Yeah,
I loved it. It was so on point. It was perfect. It was the right amount of comedy, right when you needed the comedy.
And there's a great balance between comedy and the drama of this story, and that is something that I've been bringing up consistently in the past several episodes, is that tonal inconsistency that we get when you try to balance some comedic, lighthearted levity, like some levity into a movie that has a lot of dramatic tension to it, and this is the pocket. They've hit the pocket here with how Mulan balances the humor with the drama. Now the drama, on its surface, when you look at the plot, a girl dresses up like a guy to fight the Huns. They almost defeat her and the Chinese army, only to be defeated. She returns home. That's as simple as you can state the plot. But there's
fine, TC. I understand my synopsis of the film wasn't nearly good enough, so let me just revise it. Girl dresses boy, boy goes to fight, boy comes home as girl.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Nailed it. You made it even simpler. Oh my gosh, Jeff. Girl, boy, girl. There, make it any simpler than that. It's just visual.
Girl.
You're just visual. Okay. Anyway, as simple as that plot, you're just holding up a pink card, a blue card, and a pink card. You're not even saying anything anymore.
Not even saying words.
As simple as that plot may be, there's a lot of fine, detailed nuance in every character and every beat of this movie. Where the comedy is placed. Yep. It's perfectly placed. Where the dramatic shifts happen, like singing a song such as "A Girl Worth Fighting For." A girl worth fighting for. I want a girl who can cook. I want a girl who can clean. I want a girl who makes me feel happy. And then to have the humor in there of like, what about a girl who thinks for herself? Nah, like it's all very humorous. It plays to the themes of the movie itself, which I do have a very good comment about the feminists angle of this film. But then to like end that song on a mid beat to find the burned down village, and it doesn't have that jarring sudden shift in tone. it feels natural. It's a very comfortable shift from that. This is why we're fighting war to, oh my God, this is the war we're fighting, right? Mm-hmm. And that balances through the whole movie, where you can have Mushu trying to wake the stone dragon, and then having Mulan having the struggle to make the decision to fight for her father. Like, every time there's a shift, it works. And that's not something that we've seen that's something that I've been pointing out, the tonal inconsistency.
Right. And then there's going along with the music, since you brought up the songs, in a lot of the movies that we've had, the songs have just been good songs. Mm-hmm. They've been clever, they've been fun, and some of them do further the plot a little bit, but there's not a lot of them that have that deep meaning to them. And as many times as I've ever listened to I'll Make a Man Out of You, it honestly wasn't until I was actually watching it in the film that I went, damn, that is a clever song, because it has multiple meanings. I honestly, and I feel like such an idiot. I honestly feel like such an idiot for this not registering in my head. But I went, that is so clever. That is such a smart, like, he's singing it because of that he's trying to shape up the men and actually make men out of them, and they're not really men. But it's also, obviously reflective of, oh, well, he's gonna make a man out of Mulan, because and then when they're all sneaking back in later on, and there's a reprise of it, but they're all dressed up as women.
Yeah,
like that. I'm like, oh, that's so just. I love what you're doing with this song. It's so well done, so well crafted.
It's a great song to begin with, but then to actually see the visual realization of it is great, because it's a wonderful montage song. It might be one of the best montage songs we've had in this library so far. I can't even. Hercules, his Phil's song, right? I'm down to one last hope. That's a pretty good montage song. But it pops through without any gravity, and it doesn't really push any themes. Whereas I'll Make a Man Out of You, it is a montage of Mulan. Like the montage song says, you show a passage of time, and you get better as you go along. But then you go another layer deeper, and you listen to the words. Okay, he's talking. He's the gender roles in this, and the pointing at the gender roles of this is so fascinating to me, because everyone says a lot of sexist gender dynamics of culture just in general, not just Chinese 6th century. But Mulan just gets better as a soldier, and to the point where she's beating everybody. So he quote unquote made a man out of her, but she rose above whatever that standard may be to become the best. And he even tried to turn her away, even when she was continuing to kick ass, until she had to climb up, grab that arrow, and shoot it down at him. And it's great song, but great visual. Like, in the movie itself, it's so good.
I also want to bring up the song Reflection.
Oh,
because
yes. Oh, boy.
I have never heard that song before.
Really? Oh, my gosh. So listeners may not know this. I actually was surprised as well. I thought Christina Aguilera gained her fame because of Genie in a Bottle. I thought she was just this prepackaged Disney star who made her breakout hit with that single. No, Reflections was the first single she had ever released as a singer, and that's what got her record deal to then give us Genie in a Bottle and everything she is now.
And I was right there in the same boat. It was afterwards, because I'm like, well, that's a kind of a fun song, and then I read the trivia after I was done watching the film, as I usually do, and I'm bouncing through that going, she said, oh wait, that's from, and it all started clicking. I went, I know of a song called Reflections by Christina. I don't think I've ever actually heard that one either, honestly. But it all started clicking, and then I realized, that song, man, that is such a great start to a movie. Oh yeah,
it's in the first few minutes. It's the I Want song. She's stating her desires. God, there's so much I want to say. First I will say the song is too short. Like
Yes. Yes, it
the,
is.
The single version of it is twice as long, and it's such a gorgeous song. The meaning behind it, it's so wonderful. The lyrics in it are beautiful, and it goes by too quickly in the film. If I'm being honest, it doesn't. It's if you really pay attention, if especially watching it twice in the 2 weeks that we leading up to this recording. I can get everything from it that's supposed to be there. But in my first rewatching of it just last week, I was like, oh, this song's too short. That song's so beautiful, and what she's saying is so... But there's a great pace to this film, and I'm not giving it demerits because it didn't lengthen that song. I just wish there was a little more to it because it's so good.
I was actually surprised that we got to Mulan, deciding to be the man, or to dress up as a man and to go off to fight the war. I was actually surprised we got to that as quick as we did, because again, not knowing what the pacing of this film was, I was kind of like, oh, that's going to be something she's going to decide to do like 45 minutes into the film.
No.
After all of this stuff, finally pushed her to going, okay, I need to just dress up as a man to do to fight the war.
Nope.
And then the last 45 minutes would have been her fighting and training and all that. But the fact that she got right into the whole, like, nope, I have to change into the man. Because, again, I didn't know Mushu was a character. I thought we were just going to be following Mulan, and maybe the bug. I'm like, oh, okay, that's the bug is going to be, what was it again? Is it a flea?
Cricket.
Is it a grasshopper?
Cricket.
Thank you.
He's a lucky cricket.
Lucky cricket, that's right. But like I just assumed that was it. I assumed that was the characters. I thought we had been introduced to everybody, and we were just moving on. I mean, right down to the fact that when I realized, I was like, oh no, we're moving pretty quickly here. Is during Mulan's very Home Alone-esque booby trapping, her like getting changed moment, where she's like deciding to,
belts, gloves, helmet, sword, hair. Right.
It felt very much so like the Home Alone booby trapping sequence, right down to the music that they kind of, because it got to this weird like synth score going on for a second.
Yeah. That is
I'm like, this is weird, right? Anybody else see this? And no.
Yeah, it's actually.
And then the ghost grandfather showed up. So, anyways,
I do want to jump on the music real quick. There is that Jerry Goldsmith did the score for this, and that is the one little like dated synth moment when she's like preparing herself, where I was like, that's just a weird little thing, but at the same time, Goldsmith is one of the best. If you might not know him, but he's at a level of John Williams. The only thing I would say people would automatically know him for is he created the theme for Star Trek. Not the original series, but the theme song from Next Generation that has been the theme up until 2008.
Oh yeah. He's one of those where once you start, like if you go to his IMDb page, and you start just looking through it, you go, oh, okay. Like he did like the original Total Recall and Gremlins and like Basic Instinct and Poltergeist, and he did Alien.
Yeah, he
did the very first Alien. So it's stuff like that. You go, oh, he's done a lot of stuff I've seen over the years.
Yeah, and this movie, his score for this was the last major nomination he ever received, and I think he's still working to this day. But Mulan was the last major. He got a Golden Globe nomination for Best Original Score for this movie.
He died in 2004.
Oh, okay.
So he unfortunately is not doing anything more these days. But
he's in the big orchestra pit in the sky now, and and his music lives on in legend. But it's such a great score. This is a score that I've had on my iPod for years because it's so moving, and the musical numbers are great, but the score itself is so powerful.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, it's just another one of those little pieces that in this film. Just it helps. It adds to. It doesn't try to like cover up anything crappy. Like it's not like, well, the movie was kind of bad, but the score was good, or it's just because that's definitely happened in a few occasions where I love the score way more than I love the movie.
Yeah, boy, let's talk about Ming-Na Wen, who is the voice of Mulan. Let's talk about Mulan herself. People may know her as Agent May from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah,
I might have squealed a little bit when I looked her up because I'm like, oh, that voice kind of sounds familiar. IMDb, it's May. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know she did an animated film.
Yeah, I got a bit of a crush on her. I got to say, I I like Agent May, but just Ming-Na Wen as an actress is just so charismatic and wonderful to
Oh yeah.
And her vocal performance in this is great. It's funny too because she's certainly not a teenager when she did this. She was, I think she's probably like near 30, and she pulls off the vocal performance. This is wonderful. It fits perfectly.
Oh, yes.
It doesn't. There's never a moment that much like Eddie Murphy, where aside from that initial moment of his introduction, I'm not taken out by his vocal performance. I was never taken out by Mulan's performance, or Donny Osmond for that matter, who is one of the rare occasions of the voice actor doing his own singing.
And then also, Michael, we have to mention Michael Ferrer as Shan Yu, the bad guy.
Yes.
Because that man, again, for those of you who do not know, he actually just passed away just under a year ago. He passed away this year at 61.
Wow.
But look him up. If you don't know who he is by name, look him up, and you will recognize at least 5 films from his IMDb. He was in the original RoboCop. I knew him from the Disney film Blank Check. About he was the bad guy.
He's the bad
who
guy.
Hits the kid. He's the bad guy who just writes, who signs his name and just hands the kid the check.
Here's $1 million. Go away.
Yeah. But has such a very unique voice, very very just good villain. He always played a good bad guy, and he really just brings that character to life. That character is animated so incredibly well.
Oh yeah,
well, and he almost doesn't look human. Like he almost comes off a little like animal.
Well, that is a fair observation, because Shan Yu does not fall into the enigmatic villains we've seen from like Scar and Jafar and Ursula. Like, he's not that at all. And more so, he's a force of nature. Shan Yu does not have an arc in this. He doesn't have he's not, and that's amazing that the villain would be so base. He's just a force of nature character, right? We don't his motivations is he's evil. He's going to conquer the land. That's it. And that's okay. I was going to
say we're back to the villain that is just evil.
Yeah,
it's like, what does he want? He's just a bad guy. He's just evil. That's all you need to know. Move on.
It's okay. It's not to a detriment it's not a detriment to the film that he isn't more developed. He's perfect. One of the things I find most interesting about the villains in this is that his team, he has 3 guys who are characters unto themselves. You never get their names. They don't have arcs, but you have the Archer, and you have his Hawk, right? There are just it's similar to, and this will be silly to compare it to, but to Die Hard. All the minions in Die Hard are individuals, and you can pick them out from each other. They're not nameless, faceless nobodies that are just there for the hero to take out. Though Shan Yu does have his thousands of soldiers, they smartly gave him a couple of recognizable faces that reoccur over the course of the movie, and
that's all you need.
Yeah. But
that's all you need.
It's and we're reminded of his looming presence, his coming at the proper moments. It's just like where the comedy is strategically placed. Shan Yu's movement getting closer and closer and closer is strategically placed as well. You're never like, oh yeah, him. It's like just when you may have forgotten about him, he's back, and it's like, oh yeah. That's the threat that's coming.
And that definitely happened while I was watching it. I had that exact same reaction to it, because I'm watching it and I'm like, okay, this is the villain, and then we move on to to Mulan and the world, and I was just on that edge of forgetting about him as the bad guy, and then he shows back up again, and I went,
there he is, and he's
coming.
Oh,
okay. I also, just not to jump ahead a little bit,
no, good.
I enjoyed the fact that the end, he gets blown up by fireworks. Guys, that may very, very well be a Disney first right there. I'm pretty positive.
He didn't fall to his death.
I was getting ready because I'm like, oh, they're on top of a tower. He's going to totally fall to his death. And then they shot him with a firework, and he exploded. And I was like, oh, okay. All right, that's different. I'm okay with this.
Something that sets Mulan apart really nicely, and it's reminiscent of other heroes we've seen in this library so far, is that when it comes down to it, as much as she can be made a man out of, right? What she wins on is her wits and her smarts. Much so that is accurate to the actual Mulan, who successfully faked being a man through an entire war. Like, her intelligence and her wit is what gets her through everything. Sure, there's the silly moment of dressing the other guys up as geishas to sneak into the fortress, into the palace of the emperor, and that's funny. It's a good reprise of "I'll make a man out of you," but it's she can't defeat Shan Yu in a hand-to-hand combat. She was able to disarm him with a legitimate fan maneuver. That is an actual move. But it's the culmination of all of her ideas and having Mushu there to back her up and blowing him up with some fireworks. Like, it's just great. It's just a great way to defeat the villain, where I'm not like, here's another one, like you said, prepared to see him fall to his death.
Yep. She is so smart, despite being naked for like an eighth of this movie.
Hey, we're back. When's the last time we had naked implied nudity? Huh, Jeff? Come on.
I know.
And you know what?
I was thrown for a loop when she went swimming, and then and then she's in the water, and the short little one, Yao, is like standing up on the rock, because it's Harvey Fierstein.
Yep.
He's like, yeah, like he's just. I'm like, you're
David,
looking between his legs.
I have to call my mother. Oh my god. Mulan.
The fully armed and operational Death Star.
Yep.
I always wanted him to redub the Emperor, because that would be so amazing. I'm sorry.
Luke, unleash your fury. I can feel it. Oh God, unleash it, David. Luke, your name's
David.
Luke.
Yeah, sorry, I keep thinking of another movie.
I have to default to Independence Day. Nudity. We were talking about nudity, Jeff. Let's keep talking about nudity here.
Let's continue to talk about nudity and not a old Jewish fat man. I was very surprised. I was honestly very surprised that she. I mean, she's bathing, right? Isn't that what she said she's doing?
Right.
And then the other guys come in, but I'm like, because like when the other guys showed up, again, not knowing what it was going to happen, when the other guys showed up, I'm like, how is she hiding herself right now? Like,
she has a lily pad.
Yes, very appropriately placed lily pad when the gents jump in too. I noticed. Excuse me. But like it felt very Austin Powers-y for a hot minute. It felt very Austin Powers-y. But I was shocked at like how long that scene went on for.
Nah, it's not long. It's just a couple minutes.
But then like later on when Captain Shang came in, and when he finds out that she's a woman, because she's got bandages across her chest, there's just that moment of that's awkward. Like,
you're a woman.
You're a woman.
What are those? Well,
you know that little fat guy? You know how he's got boobs?
All right.
I'm sorry. If the movie can have nudity in it, I can say the word boob in the episode's podcast, okay? Boobs. So let's move away from nudity.
Yeah.
As much as I don't want to.
It was nice going to a new aesthetic. We are in an aesthetic
Yes.
we've never really seen before. The only time we'd seen China, it was in the Whole New World montage, which... Connected universe? No, we're not going to do that. Although maybe, because Mushu does have time and dimensional humor, because he talks about bunny slippers, and he's a magical dragon, so why couldn't he exist out of time and space, right? So,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which then means, is Genie a ghost?
Oh gosh, Genie is no. Genie's a different thing. Mushu's a dragon. It's nice oh my God, Jeff. The aesthetic of China, it's the landscape of it, the design of the characters of this. Yes, Disney did borrow from all the Asian cultures to kind of make this amalgamation of what a Western idea of Eastern culture is. Yes,
China.
Yeah, it's that's a bit inappropriate. You can discredit the movie for having a very Western realized. I'm not gonna put that all on Disney. It's just Western culture and our idea of Eastern culture that is reflected, no pun intended, in what they do in Mulan. But it is a much different aesthetic than we've had in anything else we've watched this far, and that's really it's very refreshing. Because even Hercules, though that was Greek, it still felt like we'd been there before, right? It felt Aladdin-y, I guess, if that's a
It is
word
interesting
I'm
that
making
these last Aladdin-y. You know what? I'll buy it. I'll take it. I'll buy that for $1. To continue making reference to RoboCop, I do like, however, though, that these last the movies we've watched have definitely the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The last 8 movies that we've watched, going back to Rescuers Down Under, each one of them takes place in a very different world than what we have seen leading up to this point. All the earlier movies that we watched had kind of given us, Europe, like London, Europe, or just kind of countryside, or castle, just
once upon
countryside,
a time.
basically. Yep. Well, but starting with Rescuers Down Under, we had Australia, and then we went to France, for Beauty and the Beast. Then we went to India, basically, right? For Aladdin.
The Middle East, yeah.
The Middle East. And then we go to Africa for Lion King, and then we're back to America, but we're in the 1800s, 1600s, 1400s, 16, 17.
Pick a
Guys,
date.
I can't do math. Prune. But we go to old school America, but then we go back to Paris again for the Hunchback, but a different Paris, a different kind of a little bit different of a time frame.
Yeah.
And then we go to Greece, and then we go to China. I like this. We're getting very uniquely different worlds and time frames for each one of these films, and it is, even though, like you said, that Hercules, you watch that and you're kind of like, I've seen this before. It still is kind of nice that we're seeing it. All right, it's different. It's not again just another countryside with another castle.
Yeah. And the animation itself, I feel, and this is the modernest looking of the films we've seen. Because, and I say that in that Hunchback and Pocahontas and Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid, they all are great, and they all are visually wonderful. But Mulan itself felt the most like something we could watch now on TV specifically. I'm not comparing it to the films per se, but something like Avatar: The Last Airbender, which plays with Eastern culture as well. Mulan feels like it could exist now. Like it could be the animation style in it, the use of CG and hand drawn is blended really nicely, and it's very clean.
Definitely.
It's a very clean style, and it
nothing was glaring. Nothing felt dated to me. Really,
like the CG,
because even the songs.
Oh yeah.
Even the songs didn't feel like they were dated, except for that
one moment.
That one moment that I just laughed at. Why is this in the movie? But it only happens that one time. It never comes back, and because it never comes back, I kind of forgot about it by the end of the film. It didn't hurt my opinion of the movie because of that one thing. But no, everything else looked just it's funny. This movie is 19 years old.
98.
It was 98, and it definitely, I will fully agree. It did not feel like it was that old.
Yeah, because some of those
so good.
Some of those older movies, you would maybe a kid might look at it and be like, I don't know, it doesn't look as good as Frozen. It doesn't look as good as Tangled. Not every kid's gonna do that, but there's a developed taste in what we offer in animation now. We're making animated movies. You know what I mean?
TC, you know very well I have 35 animated films under my belt right now.
That's true.
I am making Asylum Pictures level ripoffs of each one of these movies that we watch.
Those dollar store like The Lion Prince.
Yes, independent days. Those. What is this? Anyway, yeah. Actually, I think it's like Invasion Days.
I want to get into the heart of how I feel about this film.
Okay, let's do it.
This movie has found the balance in everything that Disney has been doing in 35 films. you can disagree with me if you want, but allow me to present my argument.
Okay.
We've talked about the balance of humor versus the drama, and it's never a jarring switch from one to the other. The way the music pushes the story forward, the way the supporting characters are part of the plot. Everything that they've been attempting to do, they've hit the pocket on it. Like looking at Phil from Hercules, he's one of the best parts of Hercules because he has like a very legitimate arc. Well, Mushu has a very legitimate arc in this. He has an arc. Shang has an arc. Mulan is obviously our main character, but all the characters, every character that has a speaking role in this movie has an arc. The use of sidekicks. Okay, we have our nonverbal sidekick in Lucky Cricket, and it's better than what they tried with Miko and Flit. It's the non-speaking sidekick character, and it's just the right amount. And then we have our fast-talking 80s comedian sidekick character, and it's just the right amount. And we have Mulan herself is a true story, like Pocahontas, but it's done right. And the fantastical elements of this don't take away from the realistic elements of this. It's done just right. The balance of this movie is just impeccable. It's incredible.
I agree, and I definitely agree with you about the fantastical elements because much like I mentioned before, the mother tree or the tree from Pocahontas, that just to me and still to this day feels so out of place. Like there's no other magical, mystical elements in that movie, and now you're introducing a talking living tree.
Right.
It just takes me out of it. Whereas this one, the concept of the ancestors and the fact that Mushu is a dragon that was brought to life to ring the gong, but then it has to go and help out. Never ever felt weird to me.
Yeah.
I completely agree. It was the right balance of that element that I bought into it. I went, yeah, no, okay, I agree. Keep going.
Yeah.
What else you got? Despite even down to the fact that the ancestors are of all different cultures. There are Jewish ones, there are American Midwest, there are Asians. I don't understand who these ancestors are ancestors of.
That's the use of the modernized humor used effectively in this, and never to the detriment of slipping in fart jokes and burp jokes. Like they didn't have to do that. Having a force of nature villain, though he is underdeveloped, again, is not a detriment to this film because it's all about Mulan herself, our title character, our female heroine. She has been crowned a princess, so I can call her a Disney princess, but she's also the most, she is doing things on an adult level that we've never seen from our heroines and heroes before.
Right.
Her entire motivation for why she's doing this is selfless. She doesn't dream of seeing another world. She doesn't dream about being part somewhere else or something else. It's all this very internal, adult, and real struggle that she's going through. And thematically, she sets that aside for selfless reasons to go out and protect her family's name and her father. And in the process, finds what she's been looking for the whole time. And no one else gives it to her. She finds it herself. And in the end, she comes back finding her true reflection, being able to see the girl in the mirror that she sees in herself. And going one step further, whereas we've had princesses in the past who've ended up with the man in the end and kissed them and they live happily ever after. And we've had like Pocahontas watching John Smith go off on the ship. Mulan ends up with the guy, but she doesn't kiss him. She invites him to dinner, which is a far more adult and realistic and wonderful ending to that arc.
Right.
It's not a conclusion of like, now you'll be a wife, which people have criticized this movie for. There are critics of this movie. There are people who've commented and said, oh, she just goes through all that to go home and be a wife. No, she goes home to pay her respects to her father. And her father, his arc is he takes that sword and that medal and he sets it aside and he embraces his daughter. And that arc in that show Don't Tell is so powerful.
that moment when he does that, I nearly lost it because I was like, oh, he's just happy that she's home and alive, and he loves her for her, not for the like what she proved she could do.
Right. And that exploration of adult themes, which is something they tried with Hunchback, which is something they tried in Pocahontas, they just nail it here. It's not heavy-handed. It's not out of place. It is beautifully crafted, and it makes me so happy. I obviously am a fan of this movie, as you can hear and how passionately I'm speaking of it. But all this that I've come to this conclusion didn't happen until I rewatched this film this time. I've always loved this movie. I've always been a huge fan of this movie, but really looking at it and being critical about this movie and being analytical about this movie for this podcast specifically opened my eyes to a whole bunch of stuff that has never struck me before. And that's such a credit to the film that you could peel back layer after layer and find more to it. The Lucky Cricket has an arc, Jeff. Like
the character that doesn't talk. I do. With everything that you just said, in addition to that, as we've already mentioned prior, some of the writing in this movie is just fantastic. Some of the lines that come out are either just absolutely hilarious or are just dark. Like near the beginning, and I wrote this one down, and I have to just mention it because I wrote it down because I almost want to blatantly rip it off and use it in one of my movies one time.
Oh, it's an homage. It's an homage.
It's an homage. is when the bad guy captures two guys, and he tells him that he's gonna let them live to deliver a message, and they run off. Yeah. And the one henchman's like, how many men does it take to deliver a message? And the bad guy's just like, one. And he pulls back the arrow to shoot. Oh man, I went, dang, movie.
That's good. And
that was brilliant. Because then it just shows how cold-blooded that character is. Because he lets one of them think that they're getting away. Yeah. And he's just like, nope. This is to prove to the other one that I do let live. I am dead serious that I don't care.
That's great.
So good.
The use of the doll from the village is another example of like, that's implied on such a great level. It's we often credit Pixar. A lot of people do credit Pixar for being able to give stories for children which have very deep and adult themes to them. And it's the subtlety in that doll moments, or in the how many people does it take to give a message moments. Like that's heavy duty, but it's not it's not gonna harm a kid by watching that. They're not gonna like get the wrong idea, because they're like, oh, he's a bad guy. They'll get that. But then looking at it from an adult perspective, it's like, oh man. Woo!
If I had known better as a child, that would have scarred me.
And there's a lot of
so well done.
There's a lot of great setup and payoff in this movie with things like the doll, with things like I'll make a man out of you, I'll make a geisha out of you. God, there's blood in this. There's blood in this movie.
Yes.
And it's not gratuitous at all. But what is the first moment where there's blood? It's someone gets hit, and I'm like, it's on the Great Wall of China, like right at the beginning when the attack happens. I'm like, holy cow! Okay, is this gonna be Hunchback and Pocahontas? And it's just again that fine balance, that right amount.
Yep. Oh, but it's so well done, TC. Okay, I feel like based upon your prior comments regarding the film that you just gave, we might as well do this. Where do you rank this out of the movies that we've watched?
I did struggle with this a little bit, Jeff, because my initial response walking out of Mulan was like, wow, that's so cinematic. It's everything they've been trying to do right here in one film. And I had to seriously consider, am I going to put this at my number one? Am I going to put this above Aladdin? Because I love Aladdin, and Aladdin is and I love Lion King, but I'm going to put Mulan as my number one because it's the culmination of everything they've been trying to do here. I know that might seem odd to people that I'm a movie that is so classic like Aladdin or Lion King, but watching it the first time and then watching it again just yesterday to for this episode, and just never having a moment where I want to look away.
Mm-hmm.
Never being taken out of the film by anything other than, oh, I never thought of that before. That's amazing.
Right.
I think this is the culmination of everything. I've said it already, but this is the culmination of everything that Disney has been trying to do. And I think Walt himself would have been proud of this film. And there's even more. Like we've babbled on for almost an hour now, but there's so many little details that they put into this to achieve this film, to bring in new songwriters and new directors, to be supported by veteran animators and producers, to bring in the right voice actors, to even go so far as Yao, Ling, and Xian Pao, who are the three sidekicks to Mulan, have all played cross-dressers earlier in their career. B.D. Wong, Harvey Fierstein, they have played cross-dressers in their career. And I know that's silly, but that can't be a coincidence. I feel like that tipped the scale. Like Harvey Fierstein didn't even want to do the role because he wanted an Asian to do the role. He didn't think there was enough opportunities for Asian Americans to do the role, and had to be convinced to do it.
He does feel, I will say this, he doing a voice, while he has such a unique voice, like he's a very recognizable voice from the 90s. Come on, people. Mrs. Doubtfire and Independence Day. Okay? Come on. You know who this guy is, okay?
I gotta call my mother.
Yeah.
I gotta call my lawyer.
Mother.
No, F him.
But like he does feel a little out of place, but still, I'm like, okay, no, I still buy it. I still am okay with him doing the voice.
The most out of place voice for me is Donny Osmond. I think Donny Osmond does a fantastic job. I think Shang is a really cool character because he has this arc of wanting to prove his father. He has to prove himself worthy of his father's name. Hello, I mean the parallels there are great, and over the course of his supposed failures, he realizes he can be his own man. Like, that's really small. It's a subplot. But Li Shang is such a cool character. Donny Osmond is a weird choice to voice it because, yeah, maybe it would have been better to have an Asian doing the part. In fact, Jackie Chan is the voice of Li Shang in the Mandarin release of this film and does the singing. Like, that's pretty great, right?
So now Donny Osmond does do just the singing voice.
Oh, are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my God! I could have sworn he was the voice actor. Who's the voice actor?
B.D. Wong does the actual talking voice.
Oh my God! I completely misnoted that B.D. Wong. Oh my God! Well, hell, there you go. Jeff, edit that out.
Not to just throw a little thing in there.
No. But you correct me. I'm sorry. I apologize to our listeners that I so factually screwed that up. Oh my God.
I just didn't want. I was just reading through it, and I'm like, because I knew Donny Osmond doing the song. I knew that much.
Oh
I didn't think a thing of it as to whether or not he did the speech. I just assumed he did. I'm like, the man's an actor, so yeah. Why wouldn't he have done the talking voice?
I am embarrassed by that. And luckily Jeff edited this all out, so my face has not got egg on it.
Yep.
Thank you, Jeff, for that.
Instead, it's got two pieces of bacon and some toast.
Yep. Okay, cool. Let's jump in so you can edit to this point, so I don't look like an idiot. Okay.
Ooh. I'm gonna cut in when it says when you say idiot.
Idiot. Okay, there we go. Good. Jeff, this is our last musical till 2009.
Oh man.
Yep, we are done hearing characters sing.
I'm kind of sad by that, actually.
Yeah, I am too. I did not realize it until I looked at what we have coming, and I'm like, oh my God, we don't have any other musicals until Princess
number
and the
49
Frog.
is the next. Yes. Mm-hmm. Wow. Mm-hmm. Well, that kind of makes me sad.
We have ended. This is the end of an era.
This is very much so the end of an era.
But Jeff, I don't expect that you love this movie as much as me. Not that you dislike it. It's not that it's the best or the worst, right? You can be in the middle somewhere. Mm-hmm. But I am curious, of all the movies we've watched so far, where do you rank this movie?
So, this one wasn't for me as clear cut of it's this answer, like what I've had for some of the other movies that we've had going into this. Obviously, like Aladdin was a no-brainer. and Lion King was definitely, and Hunchback was definitely like, oh yeah, no, it's that, without a question, it's that. Now that we're, this is our 6th movie as part of this set. So now it's a little harder because now it's like, oh, well, but I liked this and this about this one, but I didn't like this about this. And, trying to like basically teetering the points until I could figure out what my actual answer would be. I really did enjoy this film. I liked the songs. There's not a lot of songs in this one like we've had in some of the movies. Excuse me. But for a lot of the same reasons as you gave, like I loved the voice acting on it. I thought the balance of the humor and the mystical and the quote unquote realistic was very well done. I bought it. I was, I'm on board. There wasn't anything that felt incredibly out of place. The animation was definitely beautiful. I did make the note that I'm like, oh, the CG crowds and like the CG people like looked a lot better. They blend, like I knew they still were just because I've trained myself to look for it. But watching it, I went, no, those look really good, like compared to even Hercules, the year before when it came to the was it the Hydra, or whatever they kept cutting the head off.
That's the Hydra.
But like I'm like, oh no, that looks great, and I liked the ending, and yeah, I wanted to just keep watching the movie. I was on board with it the entire way through. Now, having said all of that, it is not my number 1.
Okay.
And unfortunately, it is not my number 2.
Oh.
But it beat out Hunchback, TC.
Okay.
It is my number 3. But here's the thing. It is a higher number 3. This is one of those where Lion King and It, I toyed with bouncing between the two of them. Like I
not the movie It with the clown, Lion King and Mulan, just to be clear.
And what? What did I say?
You said Lion King and It.
And It. I'm sorry. Did we not just talk about the movie It for the last hour? I thought that's what you meant when you said Stephen King off air. I was so confused. I was referencing a conversation TC and I had before we started recording.
Did you know that B.D. Wong was the voice of Li Shang and Donny Osmond was the singing voice?
No, and you've been making me say it wrong this entire time, TC.
So it was to get back to your ranking. It's this is one of those tight races, right? Is that what you're saying?
It was a tight race. It bounced back and forth for me a couple of times, and I even toyed with changing it while we were talking.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, you know what? I really did enjoy this movie. But when it comes down to it, I still love Aladdin and Lion King for 2 very distinct reasons.
Yeah, and I'm there with you. Lion King, Aladdin, and now Mulan are all number 1s as far as I'm concerned. But having to put them in a rank, I mean, you're forcing me, Jeff. You're really twisting my arm here.
I am forcing you to put things in columns because that's how we make things good.
This goes here. This goes here. Einstein. It's
order everything. Order 66.
So. No,
Order 66.
There it is. Thank you. I was gonna say.
Could not help myself.
This movie has such an empowerment to it, and it's more than just the female empowerment of this movie. It's the girl. That's girl power right from the start, where she does her morning routine with little brother, another little fun character that comes and goes, the dog, little brother. And she has her morning routine where she gets the dog to feed the chickens, and we show it's got girl empowerment through the whole thing, but even more so, it's the empowerment of being able to look in the mirror and see something worthwhile, to see yourself and be okay with yourself, and that's not just a feminine thing or a male thing, that's a human thing, and the fact that they say there's such a wonderful thing, say like the late blooming flower is often the most beautiful. That's a single grain can tip the scale. Like it's those are very real lessons that are wonderful to bestow on, and not just kids, but to be reminded of as an adult, that we're all in this constant struggle to be able to look at our reflection and be happy with what we see. And knowing that you can be a late bloomer and still be beautiful, like those are such wonderful little things within the film. You still there for me, Jeff?
I'm still here.
Okay.
You were just saying all the beautiful things that I could not top that. I just let you keep talking.
Mushu says bunny slippers. Mushu says bunny slippers.
You missed him. He was 3 feet in front of you. How did you miss him? Sorry, this is my other favorite. Is my other favorite line from when she shoots what? She shoots the giant like firecracker or fire rocket.
The rocket, and he's just going off into the distance yelling at her like, "You did it!"
You missed him. He was 3 feet in front of you.
Some other quick notes. Shifu, the attendant, is voiced by James Hong, who you of recent he was in Kung Fu Panda, but he's one of those. He's one of those actors he's in everything. He's the old Asian man. You'll see him and go, "Oh, yes, James Hong,"
who has always looked like an old Asian. Like he's
never
always
been young.
looked old.
He's never been.
Dude's
young.
from. By the way, dude is from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Just throwing that out there,
Really?
everybody. Okay,
I did
he is
not
from Minnesota.
know that. Oh man, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Dude has always looked like that.
We have
Anyways, keep going.
We have another horse entry, Khan the horse, Mulan's
yes, we
horse,
do.
and he's
Voiced by the ever popular Frank Welker.
Did he do cricket as well?
Yes, he did.
Of course he did. Yeah. So Khan the horse in here. Fun little fact: Mulan is one of 2 princesses to ever wear pants.
Ooh.
Her and Jasmine are the only 2. Candace told me that one. She's like, I don't know where she must have found it online or something, but she pointed out that Mulan is one of only 2 princesses to ever wear pants.
I guess I'm not surprised. I feel like she would have to wear pants because I feel like if Mulan walked in wearing a dress,
hey, that's a woman.
Her thinly veiled Superman disguise that she's got going on, where she pulls her hair back, and she's a completely different person.
It's the Clark Kent.
It is. It's totally the Clark Kent disguise.
God, I love Jeff. Like the first song in the movie, "Bring honor to us all." She'll bring honor to us all. That's what she did in the end. They were all talking about she'll get married, she'll make a good wife, she'll bring honor to us all. No, she defeated the Huns and saved China and brought honor to her father. Boom! That's beautiful.
A lot of foreshadowing, but in different ways. And I do believe, just as a quick side note, I think that's one of the things that Stephen Schwartz does really, really well. If anybody out there has listened to his, have seen his actual musicals, because he did Wicked. That's probably what he's most recently known for, But even in Wicked, he's got songs that come off that way, where it's you listen to the lyrics and you're like, oh, well, this is supposed. At first glance, you're like, it's supposed to be about this, but then you realize how it works its way into the plot and how it's actually referencing what really happens, not what you think it happens on the surface. So well done.
Yeah.
So well done.
A little trope here, and this might be a first, Jeff. I'm gonna jump in and do it.
Oh, do it.
The tough grandma.
Ooh.
Is that a new? Have we seen Tough Grandma before? Because we do get Tough Grandma again. I don't think we've seen Tough Grandma. Yeah, Tough Grandma will come back again as I guess that's a trope, but we'll call it a first here.
Well, yeah, because I don't remember seeing a Tough Grandma yet, so I'll call that a first. Good job, TC. Thank you. Good job.
Yeah. Animal sidekick to the villain. Animal sidekick to the hero. Did I miss any? I assume you wrote them down. But you didn't. Those are the ones that I have. I haven't been talking about them just because they've been a lot of the same thing over and over again, and I want to save our time for other important stuff. All right. Do you want to get into a comment section, or do you want to get into a film theory?
Ooh.
Yeah.
What do you have a? You have a theory?
Let's do a theory real quick here, okay? Now, if, again, this is diving into the internet and searching around and trying to find a good one. This one's great.
Okay.
Mushu goes to wake up the Great Stone Dragon. And he breaks it. Right?
Which I did have a note going, did Mushu just straight up kill a dragon?
Yeah.
Anyways,
One might think so. Now, the thing is, Mushu hitting that gong to wake up the ancients, the ancestors, works right away. He has no problem doing it. I live! All right, wake up, everybody. Wake up. Come on, Great Stone Dragon, wake up. Why didn't it work for the Great Stone Dragon? Jeff, earlier in the film, when we watched the Reflections montage, Mulan sits on the Great Stone Dragon and looks into her reflection in the water before her and asks, who is this girl I see standing right in front of me? The theory is that the Great
She's
Stone
the dragon?
Dragon is Mulan.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now,
Ooh.
there's
Interesting.
plenty of evidence for this. I've stated that Mushu didn't wake up the dragon. All right. There is dragon imagery all over this thing. The first thing when we see the title, there's a dragon underneath Mulan's name. The sword that her father uses, that she takes from her father, has a dragon on it. The moment that did it for me, where I'm like, holy cow, because this I've talked about the layers in this movie and the details that they put into little things. When she sits at the Great Stone Dragon and sings Reflections, right?
Mm-hmm.
The end of the film is her father hugging her on the other side of the water, and it's presented in a point of view from across the water from where she would have been sitting on the Great Stone Dragon, meaning that the last shot of the film is from what would be the Great Stone Dragon's point of view, looking at Mulan, succeeding in her destiny.
Interesting.
Now there's some fun videos on here. I think it's the Carlin brothers who you've pointed me at before as a great breakdown of this theory, and I love it. It's not it seems so obvious, and it's not a matter of like digging to find it. It was just waiting for you to find it. And so Mulan is the Great Stone Dragon to bring honor to us all.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that theory. That because that is a good point, and I guess that I didn't really think too much about it because I'm like, oh, this is just a like a plot device that he couldn't wake him up and whatever. But that is a good point. Like, why didn't the dragon wake up? Why didn't that work? Well, then it must have been actually something else. There's some other reason why the dragon didn't work. Because all these ancestors are still alive. Why didn't the dragon show up?
Right.
Like, it all starts to make sense. TC,
Mulan is the Great Stone Dragon.
That is genius.
So there you go.
I like that.
If anyone disagrees on that, that's fine. But I'm curious to see if anyone else had ever thought of that in our comments section. And you can hit us up on Facebook.com/TopShelfPod if you do want to comment on an episode. Excuse me. Before we record, this is how much I've only talked to you today, so I've lost my voice in talking to you. I was working all day today, writing, just sitting silently for like 8 hours straight, and Jeff's like, "Time to record." I'm like,
Oh, I feel like that's some mornings because usually on a Sunday, as I live alone, I don't talk to anybody all day on Sunday, and I don't talk to obviously I don't talk to myself out loud. So then I go into work Monday morning, and somebody at work will be like, "Hey Jeff, how was your weekend?" I go, "Fine." And they just look at me, and I'm like, they're like, "You haven't talked since Saturday." I'm like, "Nope. This is the first time since Saturday night I talked. This is weird."
Instead of us talking, let's have the fans talk. And if the fans want to talk to us, they can hit us up on Facebook.com/TopShelfPod, or you can tweet at us. I'm at TC's Big Head. Jeff's at Random Bell. And we post on Mondays before we record if you want us to have a point of conversation, or after you've listened to the episode, engage us in some conversation. I've had some wonderful back and forths with our listeners. With some ideas we might have missed or things we didn't jump on, and it's a lot of fun talking to you guys.
Everybody loves TC. You all know this, and you don't even know him in person. See how awesome he is? I know. He's a great person. And I'm going to go sing Reflection because I don't know who I actually am anymore.
Anyhow.
I want to be the great white dragon. I want to be... Anyways.
Bunny slippers. You lied
Curse
to me.
on you.
You're not.
Curse on your cow.
There we go. We're back. How did you miss? Okay. We do have quite a few comments from this, and so you folks, I'm going to get all your comments here, and thus making this our longest episode to date. Natasha says, "Love this movie and the music. I tend to quote it on a daily basis. I always wondered, is it Mulan? Is it her ancestors are talking about when they say, 'Your great-granddaughter was a cross-dresser'?" If they weren't talking about Mulan, there's cross-dressing in that family line.
Which then means like it feels it's more natural that they would just want to.
It's just what Uncle Mike used to do, just dress up like a geisha. Actually, it's what BD Wong did.
Night.
It's what BD Wong did to start his career. Like I said, other cross dressers in the cast. Wyatt Tucker says,
Segue.
I think Mulan, up to this point, is the film that I have quoted the most. Another person who quotes the movie a lot, Jeff. So many great line deliveries in the film, particularly June Foray is a wonderful voice actress, Mulan's grandmother. And let's be real here. Let's Get Down to Business to Defeat the Huns, just one of the best Disney songs. Obviously, we agree with you, Wyatt.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Andrea, thank you for commenting, Andrea. She says, I just love the movie Mulan. She's such a great character. I also feel like Disney did a great job developing Shang and her friends. Yes, I agree with you. Mushu is a great sidekick. Eddie Murphy was such a great casting here. There's a horse sidekick. I feel like the movie is beautifully animated as well. You agree with all of us on this, Andrea. You have listened to the right episode. This movie came out when she was around 12. It was also a perfect time for her to see this heroine. And I love that she hugs the Emperor in the end. That's right. That Pat Morita voicing the Emperor. Yep. That she hugs him in the end. Yeah, Andrea, obviously we agree with you on all these points, but thank you for reminding me that she hugs the Emperor in the end. That's such a sweet moment. because Mulan's she's not refined. Not that she's disrespectful, but she leads with her heart. And in that moment of he gives her, he honors her. I feel like what she's realizing is that she has done her father proud. And all she can do is just reach forward and thank the man who validated her for everything that the person who validated her for everything. Because the reason it's important that it's the Emperor is that there's no higher authority in the country. Not that she needs the celebrity of the fame, but he validates everything that she's done. And what else are you going to do but lean forward and hug the man? Yep.
Sorry, I have nothing to add to that.
That's okay.
I'm terrible tonight. I'm terrible tonight.
Thomas says,
I'm just running through all of Mushu's lines in my head. That's all that keeps happening.
Keep doing it. It keeps you happy.
It keeps me upbeat.
Thomas says, and he actually keeps it concise, that this is his favorite Disney movie, and he puts no pressure on us. I'm glad I didn't read this before we recorded. I was like, oh God, Thomas wants us to make this our number one. So he likes me. He's mad at you.
He's known me longer.
This is the first Disney character he can empathize with. He clearly remembers seeing the movie in theaters when he was 10. He relates to her struggles with self-identity and pleasing her family, her awkward posturing during Bring Honor to Us All. I love that she tries to cheat. Right when she writes the cliff notes on her arm.
Yep.
Yeah. And Thomas has to be careful listening to reflections because it gets him every time.
I'm right there.
Yeah,
I'm right there.
And then finally, Colin from Top Shelf Oscars podcast and fellow Top Shelfer, I guess, a Ghost Hats contributor, asks Jeff, did Desmond Child help write any of the music for this Disney film? I don't know what that means.
Okay. This has nothing to do with Disney, everybody, but I will just say it right now. First off, Colin, unfortunately, no, he did not write any music for any of the Disney films. Desmond Child, for those of you out there, look him up on Wikipedia and look at... So he's a musician. He's a musician-writer. Mm-hmm. He was in a band. He is known for producing and writing songs for other artists.
Yeah.
Look his Wikipedia page up on just online, and look at all the songs that he helped write or co-write and for whom.
Okay, so he's got
Oh man, I spent 3 days making a Spotify playlist that is all the songs on Spotify that Desmond Child helped co-write. This man, once you realize that he wrote songs, you will hear similarities between all of them, because he helped co-write like "Living on a Prayer" and "You Give Love a Bad Name," but then he also wrote songs for for Bon Jovi. But he wrote songs for Kiss and Cher and Madonna. He wrote songs for Aerosmith. I think he helped co-write "Crazy" for Aerosmith. Like, you start looking up the songs he wrote. Yeah. This man has been writing hits that you know of, but never knew he helped co-write the song. So it's for the last 35 years.
So it's almost a fluke that he never wrote a Disney song, is what you're saying.
Yes, exactly. And now it's a joke that because I'm the one that brought it up, now it's a joke that whenever we hear a song online, thank you, Colin, for introducing this in joke with the entire podcast.
Oh boy. Thank you, Colin.
But yeah,
yes.
so now it's a joke. It's a joke. But just look him up, people. Look him up.
Desmond Child.
I swear, Desmond Child. Look him up.
Any tweets, Jeff? We got any tweets from any? I think.
Well, we did get a tweet last week on the 21st. The date not important. Just
date not
to say
important.
that.
It's March. It doesn't matter what month it is.
It's March. It's March 42nd. Welcome to that day. But we got a tweet. I got a tweet from a new. I can't say a new listener, but this is the first time that they've tweeted us. DizFan established 94. That's not their entire handle. That's what I'm saying their handle is. That's pretty much what they're saying. They just wanted to say. They wanted to drop by and say thank to you and me, TC, that they love the podcast. It's extremely entertaining and insightful, and they're happy that they found it. So keep up the good work. And then they posted Peter Pan. Well, they not posted Peter Pan. They posted.
That's the Lost Boys and Wendy's celebrating.
And Wendy.
Yeah.
Yep. So thank you for listening. It's always good to find new followers and new people who have discovered our podcast and enjoy the randomness that that whatever this is. I still, after 36 episodes, still don't know what this podcast is.
well, thank you, DizFanis94. Now, I know your name probably is Disney Fan Established 1994, which is probably what it means, but I'd like to think it's DizFanist, like I'm the fanist of Disney. There's no fanniest Disney fan than me. Or you, not me. I mean, you're DizFanist. Or
guys, next week, TZ is going to say that you can tweet us at randombell and DizFanniest94 because he will now have taken that Twitter name.
I'm the DizFanniest, y'all. I think that's all I have, Jeff. Oh no!
I think we almost broke TC. What? Yes.
I did have one more comment, and this actually was a negative comment towards the film, and I'll be brief about it. But it was that this is from Julianne, and this is I had a very pleasant conversation with her. This was not like there was no trolling here at all. But Julianne came and said that she thinks this movie is not as feminist as it thinks it is. And she goes on to state examples like, listen to the lyrics like, make a man out of you and bring honor to us all and a girl worth fighting for. The film doesn't fight stereotypes, it reinforces them. And Julianne, I have to wholeheartedly disagree that you, and we've conversed about this, you missed the whole point of the movie. because yes, absolutely, on its surface, those songs, the themes that they're exploring in here are really sexist. But that's the point. Mulan doesn't become a man to achieve everything. She outdoes every man in this movie to win, proving that making a man out of someone is moot. That's not the point. The point is to just become the best version of yourself. And that's why having those songs and those very gender roles definitions as they were, that's important to have there. She rises above all that. So that was I had a great conversation with her, but it was worth. I did say I'd mention it on the cast as well in case there was other people out there as well who may agree with Julianne that this movie isn't as empowering as some people might state it is. I say look closer. Look at your reflection. What do you see?
You don't bring up that song.
Sorry. Let's wrap it up, Jeff. Let's wrap it up.
I put a curse on you.
On your family, on your cow.
On your cow. Oh, God, I'm sorry. That line.
It's great.
I can't help myself. I do enjoy a yelling Eddie Murphy from time to time. Classic yelling Eddie Murphy. Just there's something about his voice that, I don't know, I get a kick out of. I can't help it. So this week was Mulan. Let's talk about next week's movie real quick, shall we?
Yeah, what are we doing next week? I actually don't know.
We are watching the number 37 film, a little film that came out in 1999. Another movie that Jeff has not seen.
Okay. Is this?
We're watching Tarzan.
Tarzan. Okay, I thought it was Tarzan. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. We will be going. This is a rewatch because I actually did an episode of the Rewatchmen of Tarzan. So I'm I'm returning to it a second time to reevaluate it. If you'd like to find that out, you can find the Rewatchment on iTunes and listen to that whole episode. It was quite a few years ago, so I can't promise I am as eloquent as I am now. Jeff, do you know who voiced Li Shang?
Yeah, Donnie Osmond, pretty sure the entire movie.
So you've never seen Tarzan? I have. I'm
No.
really excited to see because this one has opinions around it. I'm interested to see what the listeners have to say. Which, as I mentioned, you can hit us up on Facebook.com/TopShelfPod or tweet at us. So yeah, there we go. Let's do this.
Fantastic. Well, let's do it, but let's do it next week, TC.
Next week.
Oh,
all right.
cliffhanger. It's not really. We haven't watched the movie yet.
Yeah.
So, everybody, well, thanks, everybody, for listening. Thanks for, tagging along for the week that Jeff needed off. And hopefully we won't do that much again, but, every once in a while it has to happen. But either way, thanks for listening. TC, thank you for I was going to say for being here, but
Always.
for joining
Always
the
a
internet
pleasure.
stream.
In here in
And
spirit.
with that, yeah, always spirit. Creepy ancestors who may or may not waken up a dragon. That's who you are, TC, to me. I wake up, I bang the gong every morning, and you are here.
Weird.
You're also
Weird.
a genie. Yeah, I know, right?
10,000 years. This has been a podcast. We have been the people talking, and this is a sign-off.
Yay! That was a good episode, everybody,
Yeah.
and I enjoyed that one.
Jeff,
But you know what I
who is
enjoyed more?
that
What?
girl I see? Oh, no, what did you enjoy more?
Put a curse on you! Put a curse on your
Get out of
family!
here. Get out of
Okay,
here.
I'm done.
Get out of here.
This has been a production of Ghost Hat Media, proud member of the Ghost Hat Network. Find them online at www.ghosthat.net.
I like the ending.